What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going over the RTX 3060 Ti. The GPU has not been announced yet, but we have leaks about the performance numbers that we can expect out of the RTX 3060 Ti. With the information leaks in mind, we're going to discuss today whether the RTX 3060 Ti is a worthwhile GPU for you to put in your system. We're expecting the GPU to be announced and released fairly soon in the next couple of weeks. This is the best time to explore whether this budget-friendly option is going to be good for you, whether you're a gamer, developer, or a content creator. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and drop a like on this video. It helps this content reach more people and helps us grow this community. Let's get into it. Recently, Nvidia and AMD both have announced the highest end versions of their respective current GPU lineup. The RTX 3000 series for Nvidia and the RX 6000 series for AMD. But because Nvidia and AMD have only announced and released the highest end versions of their cards, it means that there's significant supply constraints, and even if you are able to find one available to you, it's likely not going to be at the retail price, which by itself is already very expensive, regardless of whether you're on the AMD or Nvidia camp. What I want to discuss today is what might potentially be the upgrade solution for most of us. A reasonably priced and probably highly available GPU in the RTX 3060 Ti. Because of the smaller die in the RTX 3060 Ti, production is likely to be easier, thus we'll likely see more availability for this product when it comes out. So if the performance improvement in the RTX 3060 is good enough for us and is offered at a compelling price, it's going to be the default choice for many people. The 3060 Ti is compared to the 2060 Super in the leaked benchmarks. In these benchmarks, for ray tracing gaming workloads, the new GPU performs from 30 to 50% better. And in pro rendering workloads, it's actually performing 50 to 80% better than the 2060 Super. We're expecting it to have 4864 CUDA cores and a base clock speed of 1410 MHz, which means that the new GPU should have about 16 teraflops of performance power. If you look at the numbers carefully, you'll notice that the 3060 Ti seems to have better performance output than both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. If you want a more PC-centric comparison, the 3060 Ti is expected to perform equivalently to a RTX 2080 Super. The main benefit of this card is that we are expecting that the price of the new RTX 3060 Ti is going to be set at around $400 US. Whereas if you wanted this performance in earlier years, you'd have to opt for the 2080 Super, which retailed at about $700. The new architecture in the RTX 3000 series also means that the 3060 Ti is fairly efficient, meaning that this card should draw well under 200 watts of power under load. If you already have a build where you have a power supply and you're concerned about how an upgraded GPU will affect that, the 3060 Ti's increased efficiency likely means that your power constraints are going to be fully met with this card, and it's going to provide good performance while not forcing you to upgrade your power supply. Why do I think this card is going to be great for both gamers and for content creators and developers? The first is gaming performance. The RTX 3060 Ti seems to have better gaming performance than both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. This means that by spending slightly more than a new console, you can get a fully fledged PC that has better gaming performance and gives you the capacity to do more than just play games on your computer. Not only that, if you have an older computer, the RTX 3060 Ti gives you the opportunity to upgrade just the GPU to get equivalent or slightly better performance than the modern console generation for games. The benefits for developers and content creators are also manifold. Many developer and content creator workloads require GPU acceleration. Although there's some variance for GPU support based on the application that you use, and whether you're using an Nvidia or an AMD card, most of the differences are fairly minor when you compare them to having no compute acceleration from your GPU. Nvidia and AMD cards are both able to use OpenCL, but AMD's implementation often provides slightly better OpenCL performance on their GPUs. To counteract that, Nvidia has compatibility for CUDA, which is their own proprietary kernel. If you're using an application that has CUDA acceleration, the Nvidia card is often able to perform significantly better, especially considering that some software only have support for CUDA and no OpenCL acceleration available. So if you had bought an AMD card, those applications would not be able to take advantage of your AMD GPU for these workloads. Not only that, specifically if you're a developer, CUDA acceleration is very common in the industry. Not only that, if you're a developer that works with machine learning, or you're a pro user that uses software that uses machine learning to do certain things, CUDA acceleration is the de facto industry standard, and OpenCL support is very uncommon. This means that for good GPU acceleration, the Nvidia card is often going to outperform any AMD card at any price point. So the RTX 3060 is able to provide good compatibility and performance across a variety of workloads. I'm of the belief that if you are building a computer or if you're putting parts in a computer, you should think about the broadest compatibility possible while exploiting the most performance possible. And an AMD GPU allows you to do that. Because Nvidia's CUDA acceleration is so entrenched in so many applications, it often makes a lot of sense to get an Nvidia GPU to be able to take advantage of those workloads. And even though Nvidia has their own CUDA, they also support OpenCL applications. So OpenCL based applications will also be able to run on Nvidia's GPUs, even if they run slightly worse than the AMD counterparts. AMD doesn't have a CUDA equivalent, which means that certain apps that could take advantage of the CUDA acceleration don't on AMD hardware. And that means your GPU is just sitting there if you're using those applications at some point. So considering how well performing the RTX 3060 Ti seems to be from these performance leaks and the benefits with compatibility and acceleration that I just discussed, I think that it's a good GPU to wait for if you are thinking of an upgrade and you're looking at the more recent higher end GPU products that were out by both AMD and Nvidia. We'll likely see more of them in stock and be able to get them at a more reasonable price. Once the GPUs are released and performance numbers are out, we'll be able to have a deeper discussion on whether it's worth it for you to upgrade at all compared to what you have now. Personally, I have a GTX 1080 Ti in my system right now, and it performs perfectly fine. The only compatibility issue is that it doesn't allow me to ray trace any of the games I play. But because I don't play games that often, I don't really miss the feature, but maybe if the 3060 Ti turns out to have compelling performance at a good value price, I'll also consider the upgrade. That's all my thoughts for today. If you like discussion videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video so it reaches more people. Comment down below on your thoughts about the RTX 3060 and whether you're thinking of picking it up, or if you have any other GPUs that you'd like me to talk about in the future. Thanks for watching, and remember to always keep learning. Bye!